are some very rare medical conditions. This list contains some medical topics and images. If you are weak, you shouldn't watch. Tree bark skin. Medically known as epidermoplastosia verruciformis. This hereditary skin disorder is caused by the human papillomavirus and causes wart-like growths on your skin to spread out of control. The disorder gets its name from the growths on the hands as they begin to look like heavy tree branches and bark. The growths can grow up to 1 meter in length. The wart-like growths can appear on any part of the body, such as the eyelids, lips, nose, hands, and feet. The growths tend to appear on the colder parts of the body. Dede Kaswara of India has one of the worst cases ever discovered. He at one point had 95% of his warts removed. However, within 1 year, almost all of them had grown back. This is a rate 10 times faster than they have ever grown before. Fortunately, the affliction is not contagious. Treatment of the growths is a complicated process and must be managed constantly to prevent them from growing back as Dede's did. Exposure to the sun and UV is prohibited after removal, as it will greatly accelerate the regrowth. There is no cure. Charles Bonet Syndrome. Charles Bonet Syndrome causes highly complex visual hallucinations in patients suffering vision loss. Charles Bonet Syndrome affects people with visual impairments. Patients with macular degeneration and glaucoma are most susceptible. Sufferers are generally mentally healthy, except that they hallucinate vivid faces and objects that aren't there. They are aware that these are hallucinations and not real. People of any age can be affected by Charles Bonet hallucinations, but they tend to occur later in life after a person starts to lose their sight. It is thought that there are more than 100,000 cases in the UK. The hallucinations may be simple patterns, or could be complex and involve people, places, or animals. Most people don't see hallucinations of people they know or past events they've experienced. The hallucinations are mostly neutral and non-threatening, but can be quite frightening when they first occur, as most people are unaware of what is happening. The hallucinations tend to go away after the person's brain adjusts to not receiving much information from the eyes. Fischoeder Syndrome. This inherited metabolic disorder is triggered by an enzyme deficiency that prevents the breakdown of trimethylxanthine. Fischoeder syndrome is caused by a mutation in the FMO3 gene. A few cases of the disorder have been identified in adults with liver or kidney disease, and these people do not have the gene mutation. Also, Fischoeder syndrome symptoms have been seen temporarily in a small number of premature babies. Trimethylxanthine is the same chemical byproduct of protein digestion responsible for the offensive smell that decaying fish give off. A fish odor can be smelled in the urine, sweat, and breath of the person with this disorder. There is no cure. Symptoms may be reduced with a diet that avoids legumes, peanuts, eggs, and certain kinds of fish and meat. People with Fischoeder syndrome generally suffer social issues and severe depression as they are unable to live a normal life. Alien hand syndrome. People with alien hand syndrome have a rogue hand that randomly grabs objects or moves in a way opposite to what the individual wishes to do. They can feel sensation in the affected hand, but think that the hand is not part of the body and that they have no control over its movement. This syndrome can be caused by several things. Having a stroke can cause it. Having the corpus callosum cut, a procedure done to relieve extreme seizures, can cause alien hand syndrome as well. Alien hand syndrome causes some people's alien hand to attack them. The hand may attempt to choke the person in their sleep. Cases of the hand grabbing a knife and attempting to stab the person in the face and neck have been reported. The hand will also grab people or objects off tables. The alien hand may fight the other hand for control of objects like a TV remote. Some people with this condition are unable to dress themselves, as the other hand will fight them to do the opposite of everything. It is possible that people with alien hand syndrome have a second personality in the hemisphere of the brain opposite the hand affected. This other personality may not be able to control the conscious thoughts and speech, just the rogue limb. There is no cure. The only control is to keep the hand busy with a hobby or simple task. Progeria. Progeria is an extremely rare genetic disorder in which children appear to be very much older than they actually are. Although mentally they are still their age, many of these children develop illnesses typically associated with the elderly, such as cardiovascular disease and arthritis. Children with progeria usually develop the first symptoms during the first few months of life. The earliest symptoms may include a failure to grow and a localized scleroderma skin condition. Children born with a genetic disorder rarely live to be older than 12 or 13. Some children have lived to be 18. Scientists are particularly interested in progeria because it might reveal clues about the normal process of aging. Characteristics of progeria include a similar and distinctive appearance, a bigger head, large eyes, small lower jaw, a thin nose with a beaked tip, ears that stick out, veins you can see, slow and abnormal tooth growth, a high-pitched voice, loss of body fat and muscle, hair loss including the eyelashes and the eyebrows. Other than the expedited aging, children with progeria are normal little kids. They tend to have a positive outlook on life and bring everyone around them great joy and hope. Sam Burns is an overwhelming story that inspires many people from his massive determination to not be held back by anything. Sam Burns gave a TEDx talk. I suggest you check it out. The link to his talk is in the description. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If not, let me know in the comments why.